Hey guys, what's up? Josh here. I've got a treat for y'all today. I have been wanting to do this video for so long, but I've just been waiting for that one moment, that one thing that really made this bow pop and stand out from the rest of the crowd. And there's no better time than now. So this was the very first bow model that I ever ordered from St. Patrick Lake Longbows, and it really sparked my interest as an archer and my passion for archery. So without further ado, here she is. Y'all already know the Swift Stick from St. Patrick Lake Longbows. This is a hybrid reflex deflex. It's got a solid G10 riser there. And look at this veneer. These veneers are so dang pretty. Look at that Spalton maple and the curl in these. Look at that. It's just so dang pretty. And of course we got tip wedges. And look at this stitch work. I mean, that is just second to none. That is perfection. The fit and finish on this bow has blown so many people away. And I am so tickled that I finally get to lay my hands on it. So let me show you this really quick. This is the bow Unstrung. Like I said, it's a hybrid longbow, so it's a reflex deflex. When it's unstrung, it's got the curve. She's got hips. Yeah. Alrighty. So what makes this bow so special to me? Couple things. Number one, I wanted to build a solid, I had a vision of what I wanted in a 3D bow, and I sat down with Eric and I told him what I wanted, and he made my vision a reality, and some. So he tackled on a new project and really crushed it, just killed it. So I always talk about how the St. Patrick Lake Longbows, for us bigger guys, it's so great. Like, I can draw them so far without any stack. And as a bigger guy with a 29.5 inch, 30-inch draw, man, it's really hard to find a bow without that stack. And you just can't get consistency without having a smooth draw. So I wanted you guys to see what I see and what I feel. So I asked Eric, I said, hey man, can you send this bow to Cody Greenwood at Trad Lab? I said, I really want him to test it. And Eric was fully on board with it. Got a hold of Cody. Cody was fully on board with it. And he tested it, and this bow performed. He wanted to keep it just a little bit longer because he wanted to make sure his tests were accurate. This is the smoothest bow and can be drawn forever. It's the smoothest bow he's ever tested in the reflex deflex longbow division. I'll say that again. The smoothest bow he's tested to date. That is awesome. And the speed, it was 1 feet per second slower than the fastest bow he's ever tested in the reflex deflex longbow division. That's saying a lot. And the sound was in the mix with all of them. This bow is a performer. It is, I mean, it's a top 3 bow on the market as of today. So I was so excited to get that information. So just so you guys know that I'm not spouting off a bunch of bull crap, I want you guys to check it out. This is the information is going to be on the tradlab.com or Tradlab on Facebook. So I want you guys to get on there, check it out, so you know I'm not just blowing smoke. And with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to Cody Greenwood. The guy does so much behind the curtains for us average Joes that we take for granted. You know, he tests all these bows for us. So somebody like me or an average Joe that can't get up north or across the nation to go see a Boyer and test their different bows and stuff like that, you can get on there and see if it's been tested. So that way you know what you're getting before you get it. And you know that you're going to get the best bang for your buck if you just do the research yourself. So, Cody, thanks, man. Really appreciate all you do for this in the trad community. So, back to the bow itself. I wanted a solid G10 riser because I wanted that extra mass and stability in the hand. And, man, this thing is a tank. It weighs so much compared to, like, the baseline model. So, that was awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to get back to these veneers again. Just look at how pretty those are. Spalton maple with the curl in that. It's just so great. So a couple things with this. Number one, let's see if I can get this for you guys. Halfway in the middle of this bow, for the last couple inches, there's that black line. And that's tip wedge. So a couple things with that. Number one, it gives you a nice sleek finish. There's no tip overlays. So it's just a nice, sleek, clean finish through the entire limb. And number two is it adds it allows the bow limb to fully work. So it's just giving a little bit extra that the bow can work. And what that does is it gives it like a little whip there at the end of the shot cycle and adds a few feet per second. And who doesn't want more feet per second? I do. So there's that, and then let's see if I can get this on here for you guys as well. Underneath the veneers and glass through the entire limb of the bow, that little black line, that's carbon strip. That just adds an extra few feet per second there as well. Once again, who doesn't want a few extra feet per second? So there's that. And lastly, I got to give my boy a shout out, man. I've said it time and time again, and I'm going to continue to say it. Trevor Fielder from Triple T Strings, TTT Strings. I had him build me this string specifically for this bow, and he did not disappoint. So Trevor, man, he just knows how to build the string. So the twist, the extra padding, the puff balls, everything just comes together. And he actually puts an extra long serving on there the way that I like it. And these tie-on knocks, man, they're not moving. Like you set them where you want them, they're not moving. You got to really work to get those knocks to move. So you'll never have to worry. Once you get it set, they're not moving, they're not jumping strands. They're there, they're set. So kudos to you, Trevor. Thanks for all you do, man. Keep building some solid strings for us. So the base model is actually a Babinga riser, which is like a medium brown, maybe even closer to a dark brown, but it's in there, and that is going to be what your standard riser is. And you can pay an additional cost to upgrade the riser, and then your glass on the back and the belly, back and belly, you can choose any colors you want that he has. I think he's got black, dark brown, brown, green, red, white, blue. I don't know what all he's got, but he's got a ton. So you can get on his Facebook page, or I'm sorry, his website, and check that out. He's got it all broken down for you. And if you wanted to upgrade the veneers to a really pretty wood and have some clear glass thrown on it, you can do that with an additional cost as well. And the same with the stitching, the leather stitching. I highly recommend getting a nice, good grip stitch. You know, that leather is just, it's wonderful, especially during summertime. You start getting sweaty hands and all that. It's solid. So all that information is on his website. You can check it out. He's got it, everything priced and pretty much broken down, so you can build your bow from the ground up the way that you want it. And don't be scared. If there's something that you want or that you can think of that he doesn't have or is not an option, reach out to him. Reach out to him and ask him. He's not scared to tackle new products. Or new things. He's ready to tackle it. This bow right here is a prime example. This wasn't even an option until we discussed it. And I think it's going to be one of his top sellers in the next few years. This G10 is really where it's at for 3D competition. So once again, don't be scared to reach out to him, ask him. If you got any questions, he is super, super cool to get with. His customer service is second to none. The dude is just a wonderful family dude. You know, you can't ever catch him in a bad mood. He's just an awesome, awesome dude and a pleasure to deal with. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and string this up, and I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to take some shots at 10, 15, 20, 25 like I usually do, and I'm going to put the camera right behind the target so you guys can see how fast those arrows are coming in, how hard they're hitting, and we'll try to get some different angles for you, and we'll also get a side profile as I'm about to shoot it so you can see the profile of it when it's strung and flexed versus full draw, and watching how quick that arrow flies off the shelf. So we'll just try to get a few different angles for you guys so you can actually see the bow work. I am so excited to show you guys this and just can't wait. So let's go ahead and get outside. Let's start flinging some arrows, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're out here with the Swift Stick now. It is cold, wet, windy, rainy, nasty, muddy. It's just disgusting out here. But we got a little bit of break in the rain, so we're going to go ahead and fling some arrows really quick. Expect to see a little bit of a weak flight from this. These are my old Swift Stick arrows that I made, and I was shooting 160 up front, but this G10 riser really made these arrows get a little weak. So I need a 125 up front, but I don't have any, so they're on order. So let's go ahead and fling some really quick from 10, 15, 20, and 25, and hopefully we can get some good arrow flight for you guys. So here we go. Boy, I really rushed that last shot, but that's okay. Y'all, I am just so confident in this bow that it builds my confidence to have just a great bow. No cold shots, come out here just winging it. Check this out. This bow, I'm telling you, it is just a great bow. I mean, it just gives me so much more confidence when I have something that just performs in my hand. And I tell you what, Eric, man, this is a shooter, and I just want everybody else to see and get that same feel that I get. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're gonna go over to the shop, and oh, there's the neighbor's dog. I don't know why this dog likes me, but he does. So we're gonna go over to the shop. We're gonna go ahead and get some side profile for you guys, and really see what it looks like fully flexed, and watch them arrows come off the shelf. So let's go ahead and get over there and let's get it started. Alright guys, we're up against the shop now. We're going to try to get you guys some footage of the bow whenever it's at rest versus whenever it's fully flexed, and really watching how these arrows jump off the shelf. This is a 600 grain arrow with 160 up front, and this is a 44 at 29 bow. This bow is going to fling it with authority, so let's go ahead and see if we can get some footage here for you. Boy, that is just a smooth bow. It's so smooth, so nice to draw. It's so fast. And that mass, it just jumps forward, and that's what I love. This bow is, it's so solid. So, all right, let's go ahead and fling this last one and call her good here. Alright guys, that concludes the video on the Swift Stick. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys and giving you a little bit more of an overview on the bow itself. Hopefully you get on the Trad Lab and really look at the way it performed, because data doesn't lie. So once again, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope this was helpful, and have a blessed 2021 and shoot straight.